And let's see if this works. Always as interesting to see. Buffering and somewhat there. I don't know. Yeah, seeing what's somewhat live. And well, this is where we left it last time, more or less. Let's see here if I can do this like that. Where is Putty? I need to start Putty. Like that. And we see here. And let's see if it starts, and you can see it actually finds some memory this time. But it hangs here, as always. And why does it hang here? That's quite easy. See if someone joins while doing this, or if it's too early and people will watch instead, if they even watch later. Anyway, this is where we left it, except that I fixed the memory issue. It was a bad soldering on one chip here. This was bad soldering on the chip next lowest, and the lowest one was actually bad, so I replaced it and now it works. As you can see, I better do this again with start up here. See, it runs, it finds shipman, and it goes past, and after ROM checks them, it crashes. And the reason why it crashes is quite simple. Actually, it's lacks the U26, the 74 LS86. So let's grab a new one. Put one stack here. See if the owner of the board comes along, but I haven't read anything, but he knows that I should do this. And do like this. Professional as I am. Can I reach with the camera here? Somewhat in the middle. Right there. So sort of there. And yeah, haven't really prepared anything as usual, just doing it. I just came home after being actually on the restaurant with my sons, having some after school food in a safe restaurant, meaning that it was somewhat no one there. Perfect. Do this every time school ends. Anyway, that we soldered nicely on there, and like this, like glue. Hi from Norway. Hi, you didn't contact me about the swap to 1200. Let's see if I now start the machine. Diagram finds memory, scans, checks and start. So that was the reason. 74F 86 was missing. But serial port doesn't work. Why? Well, simple again. Very simple. And that's because of me being an asshole. No. We did put on the 5188. That's a serial transmitter. But we have the 1489 that is the serial port receiver. And if we check on the HDMI cable here, and if I find it, it's empty. So there's nothing to receive on the serial port. Super messy. Yeah, I know the feeling. And yeah, so put in the 1489 or the 189, the modern part. I can't. Can I even get it? Nah, it's laser engraved. You can't read it. It's hopeless. I can't even read it in the Microsoft either myself. So yeah, hopeless. The older chips are much better because they are easy to view, but those laser engraved ones, hopeless to see. So tack in one corner like that as usual, and as usual put some flux on, proper amount, and this one, and like that. Done. Those who say surface mount soldering is hard haven't tried. For this you don't need a microscope. I actually use microscope now more to make you able to see what I'm doing. And that's it. And now I was doing wrong. Yeah, like that. And see, putty on, and like this, and power on. Apparently power cable is a good thing to have. And let's see what happens. What happens? Go on. Yeah. Go past. Wait for key from serial port, and yes, we have something here. So now we can do an RAQ test, and we'll pass because Paula is here. And we can do a CIA test, and we'll pass, hopefully. What's this? Why? It fails. And I need to fix that bug. We can do the experimental one as well. It's okay for PAL. But too slow. Can anyone guess why? And maybe because there's no CIA there. I think it's quite useful to have a CA there if we want to test if it works. So as usual, I do this. Put on some flux. As usual, flux is good. Flux is good. Always good. And see if I can show this on microscope how I do this. If the hidden disk is for you to find out, for me to know. There might be something on the ground plane as well as usual. Do not look close to the PMCA area under light, but not maybe on the black ones, but the other white colors. You might not find anything there. Or a message of love. I do like this. Just grab it here, and you can see that it creates small pockets of solder like this. Try to get it even and try to get it quite rich. Like that. And I need the CIA, and we have that one here. We get from him. There it is. There it is. And okay, here it is, and one is direction there. Line it. Like that. Hot air. Hold it for a while, as usual. Still smoky. Especially with the plastics that are not logic, put on the sticker. And let's see. Body again, power on, and we have action. Yay. Okay, does the CA test work now? Okay, now it works. Okay, yeah, there's a bug in the other room. I need to fix that one. Okay, that's it. We have now a machine that does full CIA scan. So what's left? What's left on this board? Well, for starting with, we don't have any picture. We don't have any PCMCIA. And we don't have any audio or ID. So, well, next part I think is we need audio. The thing is that I actually want to have this board ultrasonic cleaned first, and for that I shouldn't put on electrolytes, but I will actually do this on 4 of electrolytes needed for this one, and maybe I have to remove them before taking this to an ultrasonic bath, because there's a lot of flux on this board. Anyway, we need audio. I think audio is important. So for that one we need to populate the op-amp, the LF347, and it's located here close to that one, close to the shipment. And let's get one. I haven't even prepared to have ICs picked up. I'll take it from my stock instead. Like this. This is the op-amp. Without this, no audio. Instead of poking with my fingers, I use tweezers. It looks better in camera, I guess. And as usual, take one part, put in some flux, and solder on the part when you haven't tacked on. And remove the blobs. Like that. So now we have this, and technically we should have audio now, but we need to populate the 222 microfarad close to the audio port. And look at this. For those crazy Germans that use ceramic caps, I think that's a bad idea, but especially for audio. So remember, no ceramic caps, or actually tantalus as well. But if you know how to put in the other components, you have the knowledge of what it does, okay, go ahead. But if you just do it because you're doing it, stop. Anyway, it's maybe a religious thing, but if you have any issues whatsoever, if I see ceramic caps on any one of the electronics, I will not help you. Period. Even if you bought the board for me. Well, no, enough ranting of that. Put in real stuff instead. Jesus. And then I hear, but they leak. Those Panasonic ones, I will not leak for sure. There will be world peace before those leaks. Okay. So here it is. Wow. It really sucks when you just see one big cap, and I can see all the way down to the MPU and other side of the MPU. Anyway, where's my tweezers? Those are required to have an audio out. blobbed. I blobbed. And again, Jesus. Okay, I had 2 beers at dinner, but anyway. Okay, now we have the audio capture and a short thing here. If you have a warpboard or getting a warpboard, look at this. You have 2 jumper positions here and there. They are actually connected to the same as this 0 ohm resistor. So if you have a warp, remove that 0 ohm resistor and that 0 ohm resistor. Put in jumper here. And unfortunately I don't have any jumper on that one, but you put a jumper here as well for ground. And then you follow the warp guide's instructions to have an internal audio cable. So this pair here is for audio in from the Amiga and then out. So remove those one, not that one, that 0 ohm resistor, and that one, and you can have internal. If you have an prelude or any 6-bit audio or something, you can attach audio there and have it all to the Amiga output. And of course, to have output, you need connectors. They don't leak, but they burn bad. You mean the ceramics? Yeah, they burn bad, or chemicals explode instead. So, yeah, okay. Here, put in the red one there and white. Yeah, go figure. And through hole socks, that means you need to flip the board. Hey viewers, yay, I'm a big ass streamer. I know, boring to watch, but hey, I do enough of microscope for this one. And quite much solder here because there is some tension when removing and inserting cable, so we want to have much solder there to take the stress. And like that, we have audio ports. And let's see if I can connect here and here and see if I can find my audio cable in this mess of cables. Yes, here it is. Like that. Like that. Put it on. On. Power on. And I must warn you that I haven't checked the level of the input of the Amiga, so when I test it, if you watch from with headphones, be alerted. And like that, yeah. And audio tests, play test module. And And yeah, that worked. Was it loud or distorted or anything? Because I'm afraid that the audio gets from my speakers into the microphone, and well, yeah. Anyway, as you heard, audio works. So, what's left? What's left? We have some kind of picture, I guess, and for that one we need the BT101 or the video DAC. And let's see if I have a new one. And we have. And what did I do now? I did totally wrong. Like that instead. We have a video deck, and it will be located here, and one is here. You can see on the one on the board as well, but yeah. Yeah, it's my friend Magnus Guafg that did that tune, and it's actually done so that if you have any distortion issues, you will hear it, because the waves are simple and to the max of volume. So if you have any distortion, you will simply just hear it. And it's not also in the Amiga test kit with permission from me, actually. I think Magnus or Guafg also thinks it's okay and approved it. Okay, here we have that one there. Put in the chip. Now this is actually the last PLCC chip to be assembled on this board. Cool down. You can see it's smoky. It's a flux. And I will need a VJ connector actually. No. What's this? Out of VGA connectors? Can't be. Because it's a female. Put in the VGA connector, and as mentioned before, 15 kilohertz required still no scan doubler, there's no electronics for that one. Where if you look, it's simply not enough logics to handle that one, so you can figure it out yourself. But again, I have to tell it, there's no scan doubler in it, period. And it's not just to put in HDMI or something like that. So please stop that. Okay. Hot. Problem is now that I don't have any VGA. Should turn on my fume extractor, but it's so noisy. Like that. And so you have to simply trust me when I'm saying that there's a picture or not. And I guess we actually will get a sync, but more or less no picture. And that's because of maybe that was actually the wrong. That one needs a synergy diode. That's bad. But well, I fixed that one as well. I need maybe that one actually have to take for a donor board. But first of all, we need the 74F 139 because that handles some blank. I always mess up these two video decks. One needs a Zener diode and one doesn't. Should we try another replacement component without even checking the documents? We might have a terrible fire. But anyway, the U30 is still needed for a picture. Let's see if I got something here. But no. So we do it like this. Actually, that's bad. Donor board. Yeah, this one. That actually got screwed up because I ripped a trace, or by mistake a trace was ripped. So this will be my experiment board. It will just work with 1 meg of shipment, and yeah, you can't let anything like this go out because I was stupid. Anyway, for this we do like this, and I must know why I am out of stock of the other Sino diodes. That's bad. Thought I bought some. Well, I still didn't sort it correctly. Anyway, there it is. And if this doesn't work, I have to remove that video deck and put on one that doesn't require this. And I haven't put on any flux, and that's why you can see a blob. Never ever forget your flux. Because of this one being here on the other side of the board, you will find here, and so that part here should be populated with a 1K resistor. So I'm searching for it. One ohm, 10 ohm, 33K, 2K, 1, 0, 1.02, close enough but not enough. 75, 1K. Yeah. And while watching at this one, you can see that we have some pads here. That's silicon green. That's on the 1200. It's usually like this, silicon green. But if you don't want to have silicon green for some reason, cut these trays, solder a blob here, over here, done. There might be reasons. So, added the feature. Not that as it matters. The blue LED close to the LED. Yeah, I can just check here that I got some video now when I put in this one, and I can explain. Yay! I got video. Let me show you. Yay! Okay. Let's do this under the microscope, I guess, so you can see what it is. Here you have the new version, the revision 1.5 version here. You can see it turn on here. That's the top ones, that's a reset. That's a RST signal, and that's a K-word reset. So it's quite simple. If the signal is high, the reset is low, not light. So, and down there we have odd and even CIA. So when odd CIA is accessed, that one is lit, and if even CIA is lit, then that one is lit. And down here we have the ROM enable, the blue one, and simply it accesses the ROM, kickstart ROM. And while I'm doing this, I can also do it on the side of the board here. You can see the upside down, but the normal LEDs here. But somewhat here we can see, because I can't reach. Here we have serial output and input, and you can see here it transmits data as diagram does translate. So it's just for me, because then I don't need to actually solder a serial port when putting on. It should be flashing, etc., so I can see more directly. I don't need to power up my oscilloscope to see if reset lines are high or low or anything, or just because it's cool to have LEDs. More of that actually, but yeah. Anyway, we have now VGA picture. That might not be enough for you. Okay, I will later connect the 23 pin for RGB as well, but I will not do it here now. So what I do is connect this AD724. So we can have some composite and S video. And this one has a better composite than the original. And it doesn't rely on any delay lines or anything crazy like that Ultra 100 needed. And is actually available new still, even if it's quite somewhat expensive at Mouser, etc., but it's there. I bought this from eBay for a much lower price. Okay, there we have it soldered, but this is not enough for a picture. You need here you need to decide. First of all, if you have an NTSC machine, show you those two jumpers up here. Jumpers and resistor should be moved in the other position that they are now. They should be in the NTSC position. You can see here NTSC. That's for all those here, and we have PAL here. They should be moved there. If you have NTSC and want NTSC out, then you do not need to populate this one and the oscillator. You don't need that one. You're done. Then you have to decide if you want to have composite out or S video out. If you want to have composite out, you put in a composite here with one pin, so you can't move from an old 1200 or something. You need to have a new part, and you populate the right hand electrolyte here. You can skip those two. Those two are for S video, and you're done. If you use PAL, you will need to have those two at this position here, and you need to populate this variable capacitor and the oscillator here, and you might need to trim this one to have a color. And it can be tricky because some of those capacitors are just not working even if they are in the correct area. So yeah, I don't know why. Strange. So it can be a pain. And if you want to have S video, same for NTSC. If you want S video, you can skip those two as well, but then you have to populate those two electrolytes and put in S video connector here. And remember to have elevated some, like 1 millimeter, I try to send some distance PCBs for that one with my board. Unfortunately, the boards that I got 1.6mm PCBs. I have still included them, but I'm not sure if they will fit. It's up to you to check before soldering. And last here, this jumper down here is connected to this one as well. So you can either have the resistor there and skip it here, or you can remove this resistor, have an ordinary jumper switcher here, so you can set if the machine should default in PAL or NTSC. Why ever anyone would like NTSC? That's weird. And down here we still have the old S-video connector, so if you have populated composite, you can still use S-video out using this one and homemade adapter or something like that. And I will actually not populate them right now because this will go to an ultrasonic clean, and that capacitor shouldn't be ultrasonic cleaned. Well, I could put the rest actually. I can use either this one or a surface mount one, but actually I'm out of surface mount ones. So if you use this one, put it like this, and this one is the same style that is on the 1200 by default. Put it on here. Make sure that that oscillator here does not touch the pads here. Think of that. So it's here, but I will not put on this because of this simple reason that ultrasonic clean. But then when you put it on here, you need to trim that cap for color. So that can be somewhat tricky, and some caps doesn't work of some reason. Anyway, that's it. We now have more or less just 4 components left, 4 ICs left, and that's I will show you on the camera here before grabbing on, and that's the PCMCA it's a 74LS4245. And they can be F as well. Just somewhat more expensive, but no. Thinking of how much it costs just to build one ReAmiga today. €5 more or something like that. Why bother? But yeah. It doesn't get fast or anything, just maybe easier to have just one type of components at home if you're building many machines, but I usually do like this. I put them all on first, with one pin on, just. Try to adjust the focus on the camera. I need to do that manually by actually loosen the screw and move the camera, because this camera have no optics except that one on the microscope, and I need to move it so it's somewhat synced to the optics I'm looking through. Anyway, put it on there and put on some flux. Solder the bastard on doesn't look that good on camera because it's all black. Without those, you will not have any working PCMCIA at all. Like that. We have put it on. I always do tests several times when I'm soldering that it still boots, so if it doesn't boot, I know where to work on. Okay, it starts up like this. You make it look so easy. It's actually that easy. I promise you, it's that easy when you just have the correct flux. It works. Anyway, what's now? What do we have left? We have soldered the more or less the machine. See, like if I move the one here, we have some yellowish light. We have here, we still need some, well, we need some connectors here. I will do that off camera because I can't find the big solder. But I want this machine to boot up Workbench before we leave. Simple put. And so for that one, we actually will need the ID connector, and we would need the top port, but that's just connected, nothing to solder. But we also need mouse. So first of all, we do the mouse board, and I can show you what's that about doing this revision as well. It's not that much actually, it's just that this one utilizes PCB like this, or you can use a cable and put in the normal connector here and a cable like on the older ones. It's up to you. This one is here. The first version of the purple boards and the first version of the 1.5 that were actually faulty was somewhat large, so this will not fit in the desktop. But this one is fixed and should work. I haven't actually tried it. And yeah, another thing about LEDs, I will show you on the microscope here. Even if this is old and always been on the ReAmiga boards, but anyway, I'll show you. On the right here, we have one special LED. We have the normal LEDs here, like the 5 volts LED that's always on, and we have the LED here that goes to the LED. If you have the normal 12-ohm connector, you can see a half bright, etc. But here is 2 different LEDs. We have the normal floppy LED and the hard drive LED, but here it's the optional one. And never mind this one. This, if you want to connect to the LED for a tower, then I guess you should not have the LEDs here. But anyway, this one here, if you just bridge this one, or put 0 ohm resistor or whatever, the PCMCIA activity will go to this one. If you want something else to be connected, you can put a wire here, and to that signal you want it to lead here. So that's why it's optional. So that's it. Also the see here if I can do this on the connector here, the normal 1200 LED connector. that unused pin here is also PCMCI. That's also standard on an Amiga 1200 as well. So yeah, it's an undocumented feature. You have to then you have to put the PCMCI transistor there and put on, I think, that resistor, but I have separated always there. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. So for mouse, we have this. How do like this instead? We have this mouse PCB. It's standard like on the Rev2 1200s. The only difference is that this one have optional LEDs here for a joystick tester, not mouse tester, joystick tester. For a mouse it will flicker just somewhat random. And there's a power connector here. You can use it separate if you want to test joystick or anything, but I should not own the joystick so I can test it. Anyway, so let's populate that one. And for that we need female connector. Put it here on the motherboard. And I hate through hole. I say that every time I need to put on that shit on the door. And I always drops things and I'm clumsy. Just a blob there so it fits here, so you can, yeah. Like that. We have that one here. And on the PCB you put an angle connector like that. I will say that I actually need to test this in a real chassis. I hope that I measured it correct this time. I already pre-soldered all passives and diodes on this one. This is not a solder tutorial. It's not tutorial at all actually, it's just me blabbing and yadding. And that one, and put in the D sub like that. And I was too fast to remove it, and the solder wasn't melted. I hate when I do this. Did I say that I hate through hole? I think I mentioned it briefly in a way. I did it again. God damn. Damn it. Yeah. I suck at this. I really do. Because I lift the board too early. need to find where my thicker solder is. Anyway. Like that. We now have mouse PCB. Put it on here. Bye Kenneth. And put on the mouse here. And put it on here. Usually you see some LEDs and you move around. But as you can see, this is for joystick, not for mouse. It's somewhat random, but it works. And we can do like this and use putty and turn it on here. I need to put a serial port as well, so you can see my serial output. Actually, just left mouse button there and it goes faster. And here just press right mouse button and you can see mouse. Yeah, it works like that. And moreover, it's more blinking lights. Blinking lights is cool. So we have it does tests joystick directions, and we have 3 buttons. So we can test. We can test left, right, and middle mouse button. Anyway, that's actually one thing left, and that's the ID connector. Not 4 again, not 4. First, I just want to do some cleaning of flux. Under the connector here from the chip for the SPDO, etc., because the ultrasonic cleaner will not take it, and I want to have it proper. So put in the ID connector like this, and I use the shrouded version because I think that's more nice. It looks more professional. That, and I can show you with real solder, not the weird LED 3-1, how this one actually works when I'm doing this. I have crazy high temperature now, 480 degrees, like that. I put on some flux. Look at this, how to solder through hole. That's 44 pins in a matter of seconds. That's how you do it. Now put on the connector here for ID. On that one, and RGB. And I need some kickstart drums. like that, and utilities like that, and apparently 314. And yay, we boots. You can see. We have workbench, yay! And this SD adapter I'm using usually have the hard drive LED obviously, but you can see it now, it works perfect as this is one of the patches in 1.5. And yeah, so it boots, it works, and it works. That's a unique method. Actually, usually I do like this. Yeah, there it's better. This technique is better and more safe. Ordinary pocket knife, like this Swiss Army-ish knife. Take out the blade here. And have it level with the PCB, not touch it down or anything, level with the chip. Put it on, twist here like that, put it on so you can see the blade come out on the other side, and put it up and down like this. You will never break any PCB. You can also done this before that. You will never break the PCB, pins will be straight, everything. Simple, quick and easy. Never ever dig in like that and scrape off pins. So yeah, that's in 2 parts how to solder a ReAmiga 1200. I have some stuff left. I have the clock port connector here, I have the keyboard connector, I have the connectors here, but that's just connectors. There's nothing to do. PCMCA, I just saw how I did the ID. I did the same with the PCMCA. Put in, take in 2 parts so it's stable there, lots of flux, and then drag solder with the knife blade and 480 degrees and let it solder and just flows down and works. So that's it. That's an ReAmiga 1200. Yeah, just for fun. And let's see if the owner of this board actually did receive my message that I will go online soon. He knew that I would be online now, so yeah, he is here. He's watching. Like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, that's it. I will just do the finishing here, put it on ultrasonic clean, and that's on one board to go. Anyone have any question or anything? Or just do my next thing and actually put on some passives on more boards. Yay! So fun. And well, that's 1 hour 10 minutes stream again. Waiting for a like child. Yes, this one will have some spa moments soon. Like tomorrow when my girlfriend is working, so that she don't have to listen to the noise of the ultrasonic cleaning procedure. And then after that I will put on the rest of the electrolytes. I will remove those one before doing the bath as well, so they will not get damaged by the spa treatment. So okay, that's it for now. That was an ReAmiga 1200 done in 2.5, 3 hours something, but usually it's faster when I don't have to blab and jab. And thank you and goodbye. Have a good and safe one.